Hey guys, my name is Daryl Addison. I'm the founder and inventor of a growing concept called Torpedopot. Well, all you do is put your seeds and your plants in this planter and it grows your food for you. You turn that knob, you plug up a little hose in the back, and you could have hundreds of these planters around your house growing food like you've never seen before. Today we're growing peas. We took about 50 to 100 pea seeds, just threw them in these planters, and not one of them is deficient. We don't have any problem with any of them. As a matter of fact, all you do is pull them off and you eat them. I love this. I really like this. And so, I'm here today to show off my bounty. What we did, and 40 feet with the Torpedopots, these self-growing planters. We put our seeds and our plants in these planters, and with a 40-feet area, this is a smaller one, we were able to grow 1,500 tomatoes. Mixed up in here. And 10 feet, we grew 150 squash. It's in there. Excuse me, 150 eggplants, which is in there. And we grew 60 squash, which is in here. I cooked all of it down with some peppers, some okra, tomatoes, and all types of things, and I get to have food whenever I want to, where I want to. I get to have it 24 hours a day. Let me get a cup of peppers, I'll be right back. So this is how self-growing planters work. You put your seeds in a planter. You turn that knob on that planter. Plug a hose in the back, and it grows your food. In one planter, we can grow 150 peppers, up to about 200 to 300 peppers, depending on what type they are. I'm coming out today because, well, I need to eat some breakfast, and I want you to be a part of what I'm doing, to show you the natural environment that we have with Torpedopot. So, with the broth that we made from 1,500 tomatoes, 150 eggplants, squash, and we just blended this all down with peppers, banana peppers, and Hungarian peppers, and jalapeno peppers, and we cooked it all down into a beautiful, beautiful broth. And now we're going to enjoy it. It's good. I love it. In addition, we grew mint. Wash this down. It's so good. Oh God, so relaxing. It's very good. I like it. Wow. Very soothing, comforting to the stomach. Guys, these are Torpedopots. These are self-growing planters. And all I did was to come back, and when I want to harvest, I come outside and I harvest my food when I want to, where I want to, how I want to. Like I said earlier, we grew 70 cucumbers in these 5 planters. 70 cucumbers the first season, during our spring. Now we're in the summer season, and now we're going to grow, I don't know, maybe about 100, 200 pea pods, if I don't eat them all. But you get to eat them at various stages of the plant growth. So I'm coming back to eat my plants. Now, I better get them now because once they start growing, they get more and more tough, okay? So I'm coming out here to get me some pea pods. I've already picked some. I'm going to pick some more. And so this is what they look like. All I did was take my seeds and my plants and put them in that planter. In this case, it was seeds. And I let it grow. And it grows my food with no human intervention, and it does a great job of it. My Torpedopot grows all of my food. Not some of it, all of my food. So all of my produce will be grown in my Torpedopots. And trust me, you're going to have a ball with your Torpedopot. So what I want to do is come out and make a sandwich. And so I like to dip my okra too. Let's try a little dipping of the okra inside here. Okra is always cool. It supplements the taste. It's really good. Especially with the spices, it tastes really great. I love this. So, I want to make a sandwich. I don't know if I have a lot of room here. So I go down to my baker, and they bake me some rye bread. I love rye bread. Listen, if you're having a problem with food, you don't have a problem. Get a torpedo pot. Currently, right now, we sell organic supplements with our torpedo pot, so we give you a complete kit. So the minute this torpedo pot comes into your door, you can grow your food instantaneously. And I do mean lots and lots of food. This is really tasty. Wow. So what I'm going to do is take my bread, this is really videos for vegetarians. I apologize for those who may not be vegetarian, but that's what this video is for. I'm going to put my bread in here. I'm going to slice the peppers from my torpedo pot. Again, all I did was take my seeds and my plants and put them in this planter, and it grew everything that you're seeing right now. Again, we grew 1,500 tomatoes in 40 feet. Same 40 feet, we grew 15,000 pea pods using the same soil. In the same 10 feet, we grew 158 plants. In 10 feet, we grew 60 squash. And 20 feet, we grew 60 watermelons. Torpedo pot grows your food with no human intervention. You'll never have to buy another growing system again in your life. It's all right here. And everything you need to be healthy, to eat, be strong, to be vibrant, to get your vitality back, it's right here on this table. It's called torpedo pot. So, I'm gonna cut me off some more pea pods. Am I worried about it? Well, we grow so much food, so cutting down these microgreens is not a problem at all. They'll grow right back. It's still the peak of their season, so they're not done yet. For those who don't know, guys, these are torpedo pots. These are self-growing planters. Well, all you do is put your seeds and your plants in that planter, and it grows your food for you. See how it is? It has a knob on it. This is our patented process. A built-in irrigation and plumbing system that you can, from one spigot, hook up hundreds of planters. All you do is drop your seeds in that planter, put your plants in that planter, and you'll have food for the rest of your life. You'll never have to worry about food again in your life. So, I've got this. Now I'm going to break it off a little bit more. Throw my bread. Now, I think I might want some peppers. Just cut some peppers up. You know what I love about peppers? Is that one torpedo pot, like I said, can grow up to 300 peppers. But look at the amount of seeds. Isn't that amazing? I took one seed and put it in that planter, just one seed. And look what it does. It multiplies into thousands of seeds. You'll never have a problem with food again in your life. Just put your seeds and your plants in that torpedo pot, and you'll eat very, very well. So, in other words, this is completely sustainable. You'll have food for the rest of your life. It's a contained system. It's not like the ground. We put food in the ground, then it dies. They say, oh my gosh, sheesh, not only can I not produce seeds, my food is dying. But no, not with a torpedo pot. Your food lives. It's very hard to kill a plant in a torpedo pot. You will fulfill almost all of your nutritional needs if you follow our directions and growing your plants. Torpedo pot is a wonder of the world. It can grow anything and everything, and I love it. Do I need to collect these seeds? Well, I've got 2,000 of these. I don't really need to collect this one in particular. What I want to do is put it on my bread. So let's clean the seeds out of this. I normally just eat them, but because I'm with you guys, I'm not going to. That looks delicious. Oh my gosh, that looks delicious. I love it. I love it. Okay. I think I want a little okra on there also. You know, I want to show off my okra, but with Torpedopot, we were able to grow in one of these planters, the bigger planters, 150 okra. Just imagine, you have a self-growing planter that all you do is turn a knob on, and we put 10 plants in the planter, and each plant yielded over 25 okra. You can grow over 150 okra within 20 to 24 inches. And so, same thing with the peppers. I'm not worried about the seeds from the okra. Let's take a look at it and see what's going on here. You ready? All right, let's go. Oh, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing, guys? These are Torpedopot self-growing planters. One harvest shall yield you enough seeds to last you a lifetime. Why are you running around looking for seeds? Once you get one harvest, you will never ever have to buy seeds again in your life. See, everybody knows that what you're doing is failing. I love my okra. What you're doing is failing. This got a little bit bigger, it's a little bit tough. This young is better. Because you're putting your seeds in the ground. And you're not getting a return on investment. Who does that? Me, I don't get a return on investment. Look at that tomato. I grew it in my Torpedopot. That's so good. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna cut this up. Let's see how far we go with this. Into fours, is that okay? All right, let's give it a try. My tea. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mix it up. Got a little honey in here. This is really good. You know when you try some pepper in your tea? Have you ever tried that before? It's really, really good. Let me get a cayenne pepper because they are really, really hot. Let me get a couple of them. A couple of small ones here. What I normally do is I cut them up and put them in my tea. Oh, by the way, guys, these are Torpedopots. These are self-growing planters. Everything you see here besides the bread, I grew in my Torpedopot. Rather be the okra, the peas, the tomatoes, the peppers, all of it was grown in this Torpedopot. The squash, the eggplants in the stew, all of this was grown in my Torpedopots. I have enough food to last me into next year right now. I don't have to worry about anything else. And all I do is harvest when I want to, where I want to, and whatever I want to harvest. Torpedopot is a wonder of the world. Again, I don't have food problems like you have. I don't depend on other people to feed me. I'm not a child. I grow my food. I take care of myself and my family. I have a set of Torpedopots that I feed people in my neighborhood and for those who come, because we have that capability. Torpedopot is the wonder of the world. It will feed everyone in your neighborhood. Give it a try. Follow our directions, and you'll have more food than you've ever seen before. And so, my peppers, I cut them up and put them inside of my my tea. Very small, because they really spice it up pretty well. And when you have the honey in it, oh, they taste so good. I love them. Okay, so my peppers are there. It looks like I have a complete meal here. Let me stir my tea up a little bit more. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, that looks good. It's got honey and spices in it at the same time. I love it. Wow. I love it. Oh, this is delicious. Guys, these are torpedo pots. Everything you see on the table was grown with my torpedo pots. From my peas to my tomatoes to my peppers to my, in this case, my eggplants and my squash, all of it's grown in my torpedo pots. So all I do is sit back and enjoy my food. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Wow, it's good. Mm, mm. To my man. Mm. It's good. It's very good. Mm. My peppers, woo, they're hot. Mm. I have a ball. Now, my torpedo pot, my self-growing planter, gives me all the nutrition that I need in my body. I am a graduate from the School of Pharmacy. I do regulations in the industry. By no means am I saying that you question any medicine. What I'm saying is that you need to eat naturally. Because as you eat naturally, majority of you won't have to take the medicine that you're taking right now. A lot of you are probably saying, hey, we're going to push off my health for a later time. But dude, talk to those whose health are compromised right now. And they'll tell you they wish they never did. Having an extra day of life from eating natural food is like nothing you've ever seen before in your life. Call Torpedo Pot. Mm. I love it. Wow. Mm. Nothing like natural tomatoes do. Nothing in the world. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Wow. I taste the peppers in here. Bees are all buzzing around my food, trying to find out what all the fuss is about. Wow, it's really good. I love it. Mm, mm, mm. Woo. Man, this is good. So let me get back to what I was saying. Now, I can do a number of things here. I can shave this whole planter down, okay? And that's what I'm going to do for you. Shave it down. I'll probably use it tonight in the meal or something like that. But I want to shave it down to let you know what you're capable of doing. For those who are vegetarians, you can enjoy a healthy meal every day. See, that's one thing about food in today's world, is that there's not enough of it. Oh, they say there's enough food to go around, everybody has food. And there is, they're growing a lot of food, but the question is, how long does it last? How stable is it? How healthy is it? How nutritious is it? You need to get your own torpedo pot, so all those questions can be answered in your backyard. Within these 5 planters, we already grew 70 cucumbers. 70 cucumbers from just these 4 planters, 4 torpedo pots. 1, 2, 3, 4. We grow 70 cucumbers from 5 planters. Second harvest we're going to grow is pea pods. I normally in a 16-inch planter, I do about, we did 65 pea pods within a 16-inch planter, 65. So I'm going to cut one down now so you can see what's going on. And you can understand that the torpedo pot grows your food. Remember now, we grow at the root. We don't try to exchange what the sun can do. Your plant needs all those wavelengths. We don't try to exchange what your water can do, but we control that water to assure that it reaches your plants securely. So when your plant is in a torpedo pot well, it's nestled in an environment that not only feeds your plants with water, but the important thing is that it's constructed not to poison your plants. Most planting containers poison your plant. There's no container in the world that's designed to grow your plants. Most of them are designed for heavy production purposes. Most of them are designed for high output to get a lot of food, not many of them can boast of healthy plants growing outside in a torpedo pot. You only supplement once a week, and it grows all your food for you. Not very few. I don't think any can boast of anything like that. The technology that we have in torpedo pot is designed specifically to grow your food. You will not go without. What makes it so good is that the plants you see here, well, these peppers are hot. What I want to bring to your attention, a lot of you don't have healthy, nutritious food. Now, a lot of you look at this food and you'll say, Mr. Addison, I can go through that in one shot. You could, if you wanted to. Anybody could. But as you can see, by putting my bread and all the vegetables I have together, this one meal, I can't even finish it. I don't have to go back and take my food and cut it down, put it in a frying pan, cook out all the nutrients. I can blanch it if I wanted to, but I don't have to go through that. With torpedo pot, I can eat right off from the garden to the table. Most of you have not experienced healthy food. Let me give you an example. Food is supposed to be nutritious, correct? It's supposed to provide health to your body, correct? Utilized to provide health. And itself, the food itself is supposed to be healthy, correct? Well, the problem we're faced with is that, look at what you do every day. You're drinking water. It's distilled, it's deionized. It has no nutrition in it at all. Every day, you're using these processed foods, and you're not getting any better. Sure, it quenches your thirst, but does it naturally saturate your body like food? Natural food? No. Most of the water that I get comes from my food. When tomatoes release themselves and the okra releases itself and the peppers release themselves, they release all of that water, naturally clean water from the fruit, into my body, as long as the environment is clean. And you will have food for the rest of your life. Amazing, isn't it? You'll love it. I'm going to take this, try it in the house. I'm going to sit down and eat this very slowly. I can't eat it all. It's a lot. Wow, this is delicious, guys. All right, so the moral of the story is, you need healthy food. And you need healthy food now. It's good. Wow. Learn to grow your food. Learn to eat healthy. Learn to partake in life. Be a part of something greater than yourself. And that's your food. I love my food. I eat it collectively or individually. Good. Torpedo pot grows your food. You'll never have to grow your food again. With torpedo pot, you're set. All you do is put your seeds in that planter, the plants in that planter, You'll have more food than you can dream of. Darren Radisson, torpedopot.com. Wow. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Now, when I go to the supermarket, I may order and get me some like noodles, rice, stuff that I don't traditionally grow in my torpedo pot. I grow corn, so what it is, I grow the heads of corn, I grind it down, and I have corn, which I can make my breads and everything else with. But utilize what's around you. There's so much food around you, and there's so much healthy food. Packaged materials or packaged food, a lot of it comes from this right here. So why go 5 different steps to get your food when you have it right in front of you? In other words, in the United States, we're so used to paying a markup on everything. And when we pay a markup, the food that we have in the United States, oh my gosh, 500% more than the food that's around the world. There's no shortage of food anywhere. It's people controlling marketplaces. And controlling marketplaces, and it creates shortages for some areas. But around the world, there's a lot of food. Ukraine produced more food than it ever did before. And it's actually sending some about around the world in the midst of a war. Because of us controlling our food and controlling our food prices, we're not able to eat healthy. And that's why Torpedo Pot steps in the way. For those in your backyards, your rooftops, your gardens, put a Torpedo Pot there. You'll never have a problem again with food in your life. Again, all you do is walk up to this planter, you put your seeds in the planter, you put your plants in the planter, and you're guaranteed healthy food for the rest of your life. How simple is that? A lot of you are putting your food into the ground and it's not growing. Ask yourself, you're putting your food in the ground and you have to do it year after year after year after year. Tilling and turning the ground over, pesticides and tarps and bulwarks and underground irrigation. So you gotta do all this over and over. Do you realize how crazy that is? And you know what the craziest thing about it? Is that you're not even getting the yields. This seed that I showed you from the okra should generate over 100 seeds. But you're not even getting that. Next year, you got to buy more okra seeds and more okra seeds. Because why? Because what you're doing is not effective. Stop it. Stop killing yourself. And you're not even getting healthy food. Stop it. Stop it. Think about what's going on here. Every time a family of 4 spends between $12,000 to $20,000 in food, think about what's going on. Who wants to spend that type of money? That's the cost of a car every year. In other words, for a lot of you, you can pay for your own car with the food that you eat. Get yourself a set of torpedo pots. Let it grow your food for you. All you do is put your seeds in that planter, put your plants in that planter, and you'll have food for the rest of your life. And it's delicious. I love it. All right, I'm going to call it quits. I just wanted to show you guys what you can do with your food and how you can grow it, because I have so much of it. So I put this on bread so I can eat it, but I'm going to tell you something. I can just pick this apart one at a time and enjoy my food. It's all natural. I'm going to try this pepper. Ooh, yeah, it's hot. Oh, boy, it's hot. Woo. Wow. So, those who are vegans, there's a world of opportunities for you. You no longer have to pay high price for foods and not getting it. You no longer have to travel long distances to get your food. But more importantly, you don't have to worry about getting those small quantities of food and calling yourself healthy. Health needs to be eaten every day. It's not just once. You don't get nutrition from this right here. I put it in a pill, make it heavily concentrated, and think that you're getting better because you're eating a concentrated solution. You need natural food to penetrate your body. The natural pharmacological properties that are in natural food is what we take and we put it in our drugs. We put that in our foods, in our drugs, in our packages. Well, by that time, it's processed. You need natural, healthy food and get it from the source. Torpedo pot. All I did was throw my seeds in these planters, put my plants in those planters, and it grew my food for me. I don't have to do anything else. Only thing I'm coming out is doing breakfast with you and letting you see what a delicious meal I'm having. Darryl Radisson, Torpedopot.com. Darryl Radisson, Torpedopot.com. Time for me to go in. And one last thing I want to talk about. A lot of you as gardeners, you got to turn the ground over. You got to do all that stuff just to get your food in the ground. Not with Torpedopot, guys. Make your lives a lot more easier and enjoy your food with Torpedopot. Let it grow your food for you. Again, you don't see any blemishes, problems. The food is always perfect, and you'll eat well. Darryl Radisson, Torpedopot.com. Godspeed. Later.